Hello and welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. Absolutely delighted today to be joined by Matt the
Oh,
Shy Floyd. Matt, you've been active on social media. We'll get into the reasoning as to why this interview is taking place, who you're calling out, what you're looking to do. But first off, thank you so much for joining us today. And how are we?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
absolute pleasure to have you on the channel. Before we get into things, just a little bit of background for yourself for British fight fans who may potentially be unaware of who you are. Ex-prisoner, ex-gang leader, completely turned your life around. Why was it boxing that you chose to turn your life around?
What was it about boxing? Boxing was just what I was ended up being best at. I love fighting. I was fighting growing up all the time because of my childhood. So what happened as a kid and stuff like that is what made me start fighting and all that. But then boxing was just when I was in prison, I was able to start a boxing program for others, and I was training relentlessly for hours in there, and yeah, it just stuck with me, and it's what I think I was the best at of all the fightings.
Yeah, here we are. It's a commendable thing what you've done. It's amazing, like you say, how you've turned your life around and the position you've now put yourself in. I've been following yourself recently. I've seen obviously you fought for the WBF light heavyweight title. You had an interesting no contest. Obviously, which I seen you rematched and you did win that fight. Why was that a no contest in the first fight?
I so that first fight was in Thailand. It
Hmm.
was a fucking strangest thing. I fought like a Asian legend, Simron Cole. He's like 99 wins or something. He was WBC world champion a couple of times. He's a bit older, obviously, but a Thai bloke. And I fought a Thai bloke in Thailand, and every day things changed. Like from there was supposed to be like an Aussie judge, an American judge, a Thai judge, and then it turned into they're all fucking Thai judges at the end. Day by day, it just kept changing. I broke my hand a week before the fight. I didn't tell anyone that was fine. What else? Even the weigh-ins was different. I had to agree to him being 83 kilos on the fucking. So they did like a fake weigh-in for him, which we had to agree on. There was no fight. That was like a day before the fight, so it was a 79-kilo fight. So there was just heaps of strange shit that happened. Obviously, I won fucking every round. And one judge called it that I won just, which is ridiculous, and then the other two uh, called it that he won like every fucking round. And then we obviously reviewed it straight away, and every it got reviewed. Every judge said I won unanimously. Instead of giving me the win, they just made it a no contest. Um, and it still hasn't changed on my box track. It still says I've lost even though they've reviewed it. So that's another hassle I've got where I'm having to fight the Tyre Commission. So it's been reviewed and everything, but now the Tyre Commission has been lazy about it. I did rematch him, which I only agreed to that rematch because his family are the Tyre Commission, and they were supposed to sort that. Part of the deal was, well, I do everything on handshakes. I don't ever do anything in writing until now. And so they agreed to the fight in Turkey a few weeks. I only agreed to it based on the fact because I was supposed to fight the WBC. What was it? Not the silver one, like the international one, I think.
Hmm.
And then that fell out. So then a day before the fight, they were like, "Do you want to?" Because the guy knew him. He's like, "Do you want to fight him?" I said, "I'll agree to it only if they fix that review. It's been reviewed already, but the tires are just being stubborn about it. If they fix that, then I do." And that was the part of the deal, and it still hasn't been changed. It still says I'm 15-1, which is. But anyway, it's just always. I've always got I create my own chaos, man. Like I put myself in these fucking weird positions, and then this shit happens, and I complain about it afterwards.
Listen, adversity is nothing you haven't faced before. I'm sure in boxing it's something you'll face again, and I'm sure you'll be able to take it head on. We've seen on social media, you've been very active recently. You've called out Tommy Fury. You've told him, come and fight a real boxer. Why Tommy Fury? Is it a case of, this misfit stuff? Is it, obviously, it pays big money, but do they almost get under your skin? Like you say, come and fight a real boxer. It can be a bit of a circus at times. So is that what's appealed to you most?
Nah, no, I don't care about any of that. I don't care about the money. I've contract where they can donate. I'd rather it go to my like the homeless charities I look after. But if they got one of their own, that's fine. I've said I'll pay all my own costs. Um, I got asked about Tommy Fury a couple of years ago. Um, for some reason, I'm not one of them people that like, oh, believes in stuff happening and this and that. But I've just known for a few years that I'm going to fight him. I love the Fury family. I'm big, like I love what I'm them and that, and I've just known I'm always gonna, I don't know why, but I've just always known I'm going to fight him, and I've always known I'm going to beat him too.
Have you had any response at all? Because obviously I've seen you put the poster up, March 29th. I've seen a lot of people saying what potentially could be the card with Darren Till headlining, you and Tommy Fury on the undercard. Have you had any response from Tommy himself, from Team Fury, or has it just been complete silence?
I've spoken to about 30 of his mates. I'm friends with his barber. I'm friends with his barber now. Um, and I've been talking to everyone. Obviously I've been talking. It started with me talking to people I met in Thailand from England, and it's evolved. I've got Mick Francis on board now. I think Mick's just like, man, like you just need to let him eat. I think he feels sorry for me because I've done so much on my own, and he's like, he obviously knows what he's doing, and he speaks to them, and so he knows what's going on. He's very confident that we're fighting, so I put my faith into him, and I've known him a while, and I've always liked him and respected him, but I'm so stubborn. I've done everything up on my own, and it's got to a point now where I just know that I can't do it on my own anymore, and I've left everything with him, and I should probably, yeah, everything happens for a reason, right?
Definitely. I think, we've seen as well, obviously you've called Tommy Fury out. Obviously you're confident, you knew this fight was always going to happen. You're going to beat him. I've seen Idris Virgo's commented sort of saying, why are you skipping him on the real fight? Anthony Taylor's put his 50p in. Are these all possible fights as well? If the whole Misfits roster comes for yourself, are you going to take them all on?
Well, Idris asked me for my weight. Fucking, uh, what do you call it? That Thai guy he named me said he reckons he'll beat me up after he beats up fucking. Is it Idris? Yeah, I think he said
Yeah.
Idris. I fucking obviously said, mate, if Tommy doesn't fight, I'll fight all, any one of yous. I'm happy to, no problem. And obviously I feel like then I'd fight Tommy after that. That would have to be the case. But I said that to Mick the other day. I said, mate, I'm happy to, like, if he doesn't want to fight on the 29th of March, I'm happy to fight Idris. He said a few things now, a few people talking shit now. I've been offered out by quite a few fighters now, which is unusual for me because from in Australia it's hard. And then he's like, mate, you want to fucking fight Tommy Fury or you want to fucking fight Idris and that, bro? Because I'm fucking in talks with him. I know what I'm doing, like So he obviously knows what's going on, and he's just told me to be patient, just chill, and the fight's gonna happen. And I am. He just said, mate, I'm like, what do I do then? He's like, mate, you just fucking be you. You talk to these guys and you just be you and you tell them your fucking story. I'm like, well, do I need to tell him anything else? He's like, mate, you tell him how you talk to me. That's it. You just got to be yourself. Trust me. And he said that I think my story is unique. Like it's never happened before, which is why I'm pushing so hard. This fight isn't about. There's two reasons. The first one is obviously I want to show people like myself, the kids that I take off the street, and that, and other people like myself that this can be done. It's like we've all seen Rocky Balboa movie where Apollo Creed offers out, someone that's unknown and gives them a chance. It never happens in real life. These famous fighters only ever fight other famous fighters. These billionaires only fight the billionaires. No one gets given a shot. I'm showing these boys that can be. That's the number one reason. My selfish reasons, number two, after that, because people like why Misfits this and that, because that shows these boys that it can be done. That to them that's everything. To me, my selfish reasons, which comes after that, is once I beat Tommy, then I can fight who I want, and I want to fight the best in the world. That's what I want.
So is it a case for yourself of almost silencing Misfits, silencing Tommy Fury, a fight that you've been confident is going to happen on a massive platform? It'll be a sold out arena, it'll be on the zone. So that just gives you sort of a bigger platform to promote your story before going on to fight the best.
Yeah, of course it is, man. This is the Rocky moment. It's like I want to fight the best in the world, but this is the Rocky moment. This is, one of the biggest fights you can get in the world. I'm not delusional about that. Like I know that this is the Rocky fight, and then it'll be great for me, like for me to get my, fight the best in the world after that. But this is that. that Rocky fight, isn't it? To be honest.
And then obviously for yourself, it's like I say, I've mentioned the platform. How do you plan to move forward now? Obviously, you've got Tasman Fighters, you've got Mick Francis. Is that going to be such a, obviously, they manage like the Giants of Jaya Pattaya. Obviously they've had that huge card down in on obviously in Australia recently on the zone. So for you now, is that finally sort of what you've been looking for? You've now got that back in, you've got the know-how, no more handshakes, all sort of contracts, all formal. Is this now where we see the best version of you in the ring?
Oh, absolutely, man. Oh, it's going to help so much. I've done, the boys that I've got one of the boys that took off the street. He's in champion now and that, and then I do it all myself on my own, back myself. It's been, I'm not gonna lie, I'm that stubborn that I did it on, because I'm that stubborn, but it's been fucking a nightmare, man. It's been hurdles after hurdles and issues after issues, and I'm that, it's got to a point now where, yeah, fucking, I'm glad. And I didn't realize it's good that someone else is doing this because when you fight these Tommy Furies and that, obviously there's so much more involved. I mean, all my other fights were just like, yep, and then I fly there. I mean, a few weeks ago, I think this is why Mick's helping me out as well and come on board as quick as he had. A few weeks ago, he had a big show of Eddie Hearn
Mhm.
in Australia, Jai Patai, and a few fights before Jai. Austin pulled out a day before the fight against Letty, who's like a very good fighter, seasoned vet. And I had just gotten back from Turkey, still broken hand, 2 weeks out. I've been obviously having a few drinks. Oh, I don't actually drink one beer, but I was eating really bad food for 2 weeks. And I was overweight and fight. And I said, yeah, fuck. I think one of them actually said, oh, you got nothing to lose. And I'm like, well, I actually do. I just won a world title. I'm 15 and 0. But anyway, and anyway, I was ready to go. I did all my bloods, um, and did everything. And I was ready on the plane the next day. And then had the plane. Or, no, sorry. And then they said to me that for the zone or something like that. It wasn't their fault. It was like a design thing in the end. But I was ready to go, and I think obviously Mick respects that, and also feels sorry for me because he thinks I'm a bit of a madman, and I think that's why But yeah, it's just great because it's like it's been a roller coaster of emotions. This whole thing, obviously not like it's up and down and things like that. So it's good having someone that knows these people, knows what they're doing. And I couldn't believe how many fucking people we knew either. It's fucking hectic.
The game's the game. Matt, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sure you're going to provide us with plenty of entertainment in the coming months and the coming years. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to yourself. I look forward to following your career and hopefully Tommy Fury responds and you get that big fight.
Yeah, I think we're fighting, bro. I think it'll be fine, man. I think he needs his fight just as much as me. I know he's probably going to say differently, but he does. He needs a fight, legitimate fighter, and I'm that legitimate fighter for him. 100%.
Fantastic. Once again, Matt, thank you so much for joining me today.